Something happening, something going on around here.
Have you noticed there's a feeling
Of something in the air.
celebration of a nation?
Give us a hand.
Celebration of a nation. Let's make it grand.
Let's lend a hand and show the world how brave we all can be.
All those years of sweat and tears.
It's our ice and tannery.
Celebration of a nation.
Give us a hand.
Of a nation. Let's make it grand.
Let's make it great. You can do it. 88. Come on, give us a hand.
The result of race 6 at Sandown, the winner number 2, Fallacious, 260 and 90. Second, Celtic Air number 3, 165. Third, number 12, Eminency, $4.40. Quinella, $18.30. Trifecta, $6.84 even. And the running double, $26.65. Well, jumped in race 7 in Sydney.
Leader, Vapor Trail 3 deep, Murray's pick 4 wide, a length and a half special finish and 2 lengths to Gracious. At the end of 300 metres, Cool Action the inside just in front of Fantasy King. 2 lengths away, Vapor Trail, special finish on its inside, a couple to Murray's pick and a length to Gracious. As they gallop down the side of the track at the 700 metres, and the grey and favourite Cool Action shows the way. About a half length or so on Fantasy King, a length and 3/4 special finish, Vapor Trail at his quarters the outside. Johnston had a quick peep over to the right side on Vapor Trail, who's lost ground. Maurice picked second last and 3 lengths to Gracious, travelling to the corner at the 500. And Cool Action in front, 3/4 Fantasy King, a length of special finish, coming out 3 wide now. And as they travel past the 300, Cool Action and Fantasy King in front, a half length on special finish, and forget the others. Cool Action, as young Peters goes for him, he's got plenty of intestinal fortitude. He fights back. He's 3/4 Fantasy King and holding him, and then special finish on the outer. It's still Cool Action in front with 75 to go. Special finish and Fantasy King trying to get Cool Action, but all in vain. And Cool Action scores well. He's a gutsy performer. Cool Action from Fantasy King and special finish. Then came Maurice Pick and a Vapor Trail, and tailed off with Gracious.
And the favourite home, Cool Action, number 1 to pay 95 and 65. Second, Fantasy King, $1.05. In fact, 95, they've just changed, so we'll check those. 97.
Got out. Carpstad in front. Sky Chaser's gone. Rancho Ruler's tackling Carpstad, but our Poetic Prince has grabbed them in a stride. High Regard coming with a good run from Marwong. Sky Chase might run last, but our Poetic Prince is going to walk in the Guineas. Scores by about a length and a half. Second, Marwong. Lord Dreams at long odds is clear from Cossack Warrior, Belciano and Bozam. Lord Dreams has got a big break though at the 200. Bozam starting to fly with his lightweight. Lord Dreams in front. Bozam after him. I don't think he'll get in. Lord Dreams just in front of the line. He's won it. Stumbled, bumped into Fair Sir. Our Poetic Prince selects in front. Rubiton gets balance. Races up on the outside. Rubiton's hit the front. And Rubiton's won the Cox Plate. Followed then by Crush under the whip. Hunter out wide. And let's see, further back in the field is All Ashore. Bozam can't win. And our Poetic Prince going for a rails run. They've got to Ascot Lane at the 200. If he gets through our Poetic Prince, he might beat them. Ascot Lane in front. Omnicore the challenger, and our Poetic Prince the rails. Omnicore's going home better. Omnicore's taken the lead, and it's going to win from All Ashore. Rising Fear heads for home with Agent Provocative. Then Belciano off the rails now from Like a Topic. Here's Rosedale pulled out wide on the track, and King Matthias is back behind them under the whip. With 400 to go, Agent Provocative fights back. It's about a length in front of Belciano. Rising Fear's gone. Scarvilla's got out. Here comes Rosedale on the outside with Empire Rose. They're claiming them quickly. Empire Rose got to the lead. Rosedale tackling it. Kensai's got up on the rails. Larry Olsen driving it through. Kensai's run to Empire Rose. Kensai's taken the lead, and Kensai won the cup. There under the whip from Tennessee Vane with 300 to go now. Bianco Flyer took the lead from Sandy's Pleasure. Impazir and Tennessee Vane's getting through. Sandy's Pleasure in front. Tennessee Vane's grabbing it. Out wide on the track, Impazira. Tennessee Vane, Bianco Flyer, Impazira. Tennessee Vane on the rail. It's Sandy's Pleasure's put his head in front near the line, and Sandy's Pleasure's won the Oaks. Placidark has shaken Prince Anton off and led a length and a half. Prince Anton's under the whip, and then Groucho Special making a run down the outside from Society Bay. Skyfaloo doing nothing, and last Fox Seal. 300 to go. Placidark 2.5 in front. Dawkins is waving the whip at it though. Groucho starting to come home well down the outside. Placidark is just in front. Groucho pegging it back. Placidark the leader. He's going to win it. Placidark won about 3/4 to Groucho. With 300 to go, Groucho got a break, shot away, led by 3 lengths Illustrious. Here's March Chiquita and Isoma down the outside. Wider out, Sierra Wrist is under the whip, and then Riverdale at the 200. Groucho by 2. March Chiquita starting to peg it back with Isoma. March Chiquita going to Groucho. 100 to go, has taken the lead. Warren's getting through in the middle. Groucho just in front. Warren's grabbed it.
Well, some magnificent weeks of racing in Melbourne, and there were the highlights of the Spring Carnival of 1987. Runners just about set for the running of the Salamander Handicap in Adelaide, but we have correct weight in Sydney. Before that, on the previous event, for 1 Cool Action, 4 Fantasy King and 3 Special Finish, 1, 4 and 3 correct weight, race number 7 in Sydney. Now, they're having a bit of a problem with one of these runners behind the stalls in Adelaide. For race 6, Linton Star, number 2 is the scratching. Here's Peter Smith.
Ready, they're racing. Mr. Manara was a little bit slow to get going. One of the best to begin. Out wider on the track was Blazing Gun. Numbers Game was also going quickly in the early stages. Regal 2 was up in that leading pack. So too was Sausalito Sow on the outside. Leah Lord is going into a forward position. They are followed further back in the field then by going around the outside would have been Tears for Fears back and behind them, losing a little bit of ground there, about 3 lengths back now to Spirit of Emily. They are followed then by Sterling Amour. Next along in the run then would have been Sky Force down along the inside. Back behind them next along then would have been Absence of Malice. Back there with it was Golden Mary. Grey Twig was back in that pack just up in advance of those Clear Bay. And last of all was Mr. Manaroa. Down the side they run a little over 600 to run. And it's Numbers Game on top now by about a half a length. Back and behind them Sausalito Sow. On the outside Regal Tour. They are followed by Leah Lauder coming quickly now with Blazing Gun, and further back in the field Grey Twigs made some ground. They are followed by Tears for Fear. Spirit of Emily looking for a split behind them, and then further back in the field was Sterling Amour in the straight though, and Leah Lauder on the outside goes to the front now from Blazing Gun. Down the outside Tears for Fears is finishing on with Grey Twig, and further back Spirit of Emily, and out deep Sterling Amour. Leah Lauder broke clear, coming at it Grey Twig on the outside. Grey Twig coming out after Leah Lauder. Leah Lauder hanging on, but Grey Twig's grabbed it, and Grey Twig on the outside's got up to win by about a neck on the post. Leah Lauder's got second. In third placing Tears for Fears between them. They are followed further back by Spirit of Emily. Next along Sausalito South, Sterling Amour. Absence of Malice was further back in the field from Clear Bay. Blazing Gun couldn't go on in the straight. They are followed then by Numbers Game, Regal Tour, Sky.
Fair little result for the bookies in Adelaide. 12, 1 and 5. The numbers as call, and the winner Grey Twig should pay 53.20 and 11.55. Leah Lauder 65 cents, and Tears for Fears 95 cents 12. And the record-breaking effort of Luther.
The light going on. Ready? Racing. Caught them pretty well too. Confucius Flyer might have lost a half length. Captain Police drops out the last. When they settle down, Confucius Flyer, hard ridden along the fence, went up to join Beau George in the lead from Bigamy. Targlish up 4th or 5th on the outside of them with Stable Gossip, and Mouton going forward. Length and a half then to Rendu, Merry Rule of the Rails, a length to Luther's Luck, followed by Lord Scotia, and then Franklin driving about 3 or 4 lengths to Captain Police. As they went past the 1,000 of the leader, Confucius Flyer, 1 length to Beau George, a half Bigamy, 1 to Mouton, 1 to Stable Gossip, a half to Targlish, handy on the outside from Merry Ruler, Rendu, Luther's Luck a length away, then Lord Scotia, 1 to Franklin Drive, and a couple away last Captain Police. Down the hill, 7.50 to go. Confucius Flyer about a half length clear of Beau George, 1 to Mouton is handy. Bigamy on the rails. Targlish is going to have to go deep. It's on the outside of Stable Gossip, getting up in the centre. A length and a half further back, Rendu looks gone. Franklin Drive to the outside, followed by Luther's Luck, giving them a big start, and Captain Police. In the straight they race now, and Beau George has joined Confucius Flyer. Mouton's come at the pair of them. Now pull to the outside is Stable Gossip, and Targlish making their runs together from Franklin Drive. About 5 in line now. Luther's Luck trying to get through in the centre of the field. Targlish, Beau George the leaders. Here's Franklin Drive coming at them. Targlish has taken the lead. Stable Gossip going with it. Stable Gossip, and on the outside Franklin Drive. The 3 of them are hitting it together, and Luther's Luck's got the split, and Luther's Luck possibly got up and won this from Stable Gossip. And Franklin Drive and Targlish in a great finish from behind the Merry Ruler. Then Beau George, followed by Rendu, and Frank on the outside of them, Captain Police and Bigamy as well back. They were followed by Confucius Flyer, Mouton, and one just going to the line now, in fact, is pulling up, is Lord Scotia. Now stand by for the placings. The judge has called for the photo. The judge has called for the photo for the Coles New World Handicap. There were about 8 horses in line, 100 metres from home. Luther's Luck has driven through between Targlish and on the outside Franklin Drive, and he's won the money. Luther's Luck, number 2, ridden by Harry White, is first. A new record, his 9th win at Sandown Park. Number 9 has run second, Stable Gossip, ridden by G. Doughty. And number 1 is third, Targlish, ridden by B. Thompson. 2, 9 and 1. And of course the VATC will have a special presentation to make to the connections of Luther's Luck, winning his 9th race at Sandown Park. And he wasn't in the race. He was second last with 200 metres to go, was not in the event, and he's got a miracle run. Harry White, riding at his brilliant best, has brought him through on the inside of Franklin Drive. I exaggerate, he was third last inside the 200. He's got through between Franklin Drive and Targlish with about 8 horses fighting it out. And just as Stable Gossip looks as though it might win near the line, Luther's Luck has flashed through, seen where the post is, and he's gone bang. And the old bloke has got up. Great to see him win at 265 and 95. Much better in the ring, but everybody was hoping for him to win. Second was Stable Gossip, $1.15, and third Targlish, $1.15 also. Okay, let's have a look at the openers in the last.
Right, Bill, well,
The winner.
There's Luther's Luck returning now to a fantastic ovation out at Sandown, and don't they love him out there? What a great horse he's been, and it just seemed for a while that he was destined never to get the record, but I suppose at the 200 metre mark he was destined to be in the same boat, because as Bill Collins said, he just wasn't in the race, but he's just got such a tremendous heart and a great will to win, and there's the reception from the crowd at Sandown, lining the mounting yard, and you can hear the applause for Luther's Luck. As Bill mentioned, a special presentation to be made. A great ride by Harry White, but what a horse he is. Luther's Luck, the new Sandown record holder after the Coles New World Stakes. That's 9 wins at the track, more than any other horse that's ever raced there. Congratulations of Luther's Luck, which paid $265 and 95. Second, Stable Gossip, $115. Third, Targlish, $115. Quinella, $8.90. Trifecta, $64.10. And the running double, $14.85. Now, the daily double at Sandown on a pair of 2s, Colour Page and Luther's Luck, paid $25.90. And the quadrella today on 3-2-2, with number 2 winning the last 3 races. Ascot Lane, Colour Page, Fallacious, Luther's Luck, $599.85.
And go in race number 7 out here at Rose Hill, and they're off now. Baccarat missed it by 2 lengths, and cruising best away from King's Chariot. In third position, Regal Diplomat, and his Scintilla getting up on the inside. At the head of the others then on the inside, Prince Toranaga, as they sort themselves out from Raiding Party. Gallery Level starting to lose his posse. Bailup's going to be pratted out very wide, and getting back after that slow start was Baccarat. Racing past the 1100, King's Chariot 2 lengths, cruising Scintilla third, Regal Diplomat fourth, a length Galley Gaskins, Raiding Party and Bailup. Then Prince Toranaga a length further back, Gallery Level, and Baccarat whips them in. On the first corner they run at the 850, and King's Chariot sets up the pattern, a length and a half cruising. Third position taken by Regal Diplomat, followed on his inside by Scintilla, 1.5 Galley Gaskins. Then Raiding Party, Bailup, Prince Toranaga, Gallery Level back second last, and 3 lengths to Baccarat. Along by the 600 metres, and the pilot King's Chariot, Johnston revving him up now. now. He leads a bit more than a length on Cruising. Regal Diplomat waiting for the run. Chintilla. Gally Gaskins next, and then comes Bail Up. And further back as they turn, Prince Toranaga. 400 to go. And King's Chariot in front, but Chintilla angles off the rails. A nice piece of riding by Larry Olsen. And here's Chintilla burning down the outside to head King's Chariot. And 2 lengths to Cruising, but Chintilla down to the 150, looking the goods. Chintilla more than a length now, and King's Chariot under all of them for third. Bail Up, Cruising, and Gally Gaskins, but Chintilla, he's a mile too good. And Chintilla to the line by 2.5, King's Chariot. Very tight between Cruising and Bail Up for third. Then came on the inside a rating party, Gally Gaskins, followed by Gallery Level, Regal Diplomat, Prince Toranaga, and Baccarat pretty well last all the way.
It'll be 4.11 and a photo in Sydney. The winner number 4, Chintilla, $4.05 and 95. Second number 11, King's Chariot, to pay $8.50 for the place. And those in the photo for third are number 8, Cruising, which is showing 85 cents, and number 5, Bail Up, which shows 90 cents. The lunch
for the next best, 360, number 15, Surrey Prince, set to go. They're away and racing now and looking for an early leader. Surrey Prince was away pretty well. Lady Lucilla, Real Spooky, Rushdale King are all out pretty well. Fightin' Unite was driving through towards the inside, and also there driving up along the rails was Well Concealed. Well Concealed, Wolverton Lady just behind it, also trying to drive through with Fightin' Unite the outside. Rushdale King up there also. Centenary Star next, Surrey Prince. Followed then by Foley. Real Spooky out wider on the track. Further back in the field then would have been Star of the Magi from Indian Ruby. Lady Lucilla. Honor Man was next along in the field. Eyes of Fours well back out of its ground from McCavity. They are followed by Santa Fe Queen. It's a long way back with Magic Heart and Drumbeck and last Vane Dudley in the straight though. And the leader was Well Concealed. Rushdale King on the inside. Wolverton Lady goes for the inside run. Surrey Prince down the outside, and here's Indian Ruby the centre. Wolverton Queen got Wolverton Lady getting up on the inside. Wolverton Lady dashes through now. It's clear of Indian Ruby, and Wolverton Lady wins nearly 2 lengths. Indian Ruby in third placing. Surrey Prince. Eyes of Fours run on nicely for fourth. Rushdale King was next in from Foley. Lady Lucilla, McCavity. They are followed by Real Spooky, Well Concealed. Honor Man was further back in the run then from Centenary Star, Magic Heart, Drumbeck, Vane Dudley. Fightin' Unite knocked up to be one of the last was Santa Fe Queen and Star of the Magi.
And the favourite home in race 7 in Adelaide, Wolverton Lady, ridden by Richard Stocker, and it should pay $1.90 and 70. Second placing to Indian Ruby, number 7, to pay $2.95, and third number 15, Surrey Prince, should pay $1.40. Now the last in Adelaide is due at 5:30.
Settling in the stalls. Rider Valenera getting ready. Starter waiting for them. Lights nearly ready to go on, but there is big movement in the centre. Now the lights on. Racing. And jumping away, slowly Cast a Fly. Countess Eve began quite well with Miracle Lass and Miss Munda over on the inside with Serene Gold, and Greenaga going up to the leaders now. And Eleanor around the outside is joining them also. Then Dark Moonlight, Take My Picture, Countess Eve and Papal Princess racing together about 8th and 9th. 2 lengths then to our draw. Evening Rise out 3 deep, making a little ground from Table Habits, and they're followed by Marcelot and Cast a Fly. Past the 900 they race. Miss Munda in front and Eleanor on the outside's gone up to second placing. 2 lengths in front of Serene Gold in the box seat. 2 away, Take My Picture inside. Miracle Lass and Dark Moonlight is moving around them 3 deep. 2 to Greenaga. A length to Countess Eve. 3 to Papal Princess going backwards. Passed by Our Draw and Evening Rise, and then Table Habits further back with Marcelot and Cast a Fly. On the turn, 5.50 to go, and Miss Munda on the inside, just the leader from Eleanor the outside. A length Serene Gold looking for the way out, and they're followed by Take My Picture round the outside. Countess Eve, oh, it's gone quickly up to almost join them. In fact, Countess Eve has gone to the lead with 300 to go. Drew about a half length in front of Eleanor. On the outside, Our Draws the danger, battling on under the whip from Serene Gold, then Miss Munda. 200 to go, Countess Eve, a length in front, Our Draw trying to get rid and kind of duck in. And the big mare from Tasmania still in front, Countess Eve, and she's going to win. Countess Eve goes down to win it by 1 length to Our Draw. 3 lengths away third was Eleanora. They're followed by Serene Gold, Greenaga, Table Habits, next Take My Picture. Then came Miracle Lass, Miss Munda, Evening Rise, well back Marcelot, Dark Moonlight, Papal Princess second last, and Cast a Fly was last of all. Official placings for the final event on the program. The John C. Riley Handicap. Number 5 is the winner, Countess Eve, ridden by A.G. Clark. Number 5, Countess Eve, A.G. Clark first. Number 2, our draw. D. Gauci was second. And number 13, Elanera, ridden by D. Triandafaloo, was third. 5, 2, and 13. Ran right up to a run at Flemington when she finished second. Countessy, beaten narrowly by Miss Muffet. Finished about 2.5, 3 lengths in front of our draw on that occasion, and it's beaten our draw by a length or so, about a length today. Gary Clark at 11-4 favourite, a most impressive winner. The quaddie 3 222, 599.85. The quad extra today, 3 2s and a 5, $600.10. The double 2 and 2, 25.90. Extra double 10 and 3, $66.10.